YouTube, my name is Juliana. This will be my very first video on this channel. My best friend Angie and I both have wanted to start a channel for a long while now. She was the brave one. She filmed her very first video yesterday and she's already uploaded it. I will link her channel down below and I'll talk about her in a second. But yeah, so this will be a tag video. She kindly tagged me, Angie, to answer 10 questions so you can get to know me a little bit. I'm filming outside, by the way, so I'm sorry if there are traffic noises and whatnot, but it's a nice setting out here, so hopefully it'll be fine. Now, very first question is, what is my channel name? And number 2 is, why did I name it that particular name? So my YouTube channel name will be Juju Allsorts. Well, I think so anyway, for now. So Juju because my full name is Juliana, but ever since I was little, people just tend to start calling me Juju no matter when and where they meet me. So even to this day, all my closest friends and family still call me Juju, so I thought it'd be nice to include that as a part of my channel name. Allsorts comes from, I guess, licorice all sorts, even though I really very much dislike licorice, but I am made up of many different random hobbies, beliefs and background and all that, so I thought instead of narrowing down my channel to dedicate to a certain type of hobby or a certain type of topic, I like to just talk about everything, so that's where all sorts comes from. Now, third question, where am I from? So I grew up, well, I was born in Taiwan. Both my parents are Taiwanese. So I spent sort of half of my childhood there, and then we moved to Australia, where I am now, when I was in high school. So right now I live on the Sunshine Coast, and just as it sounds, there's lots of sunshine here and lots of beautiful beaches, so I love it here very much. Number 4, why did I start a YouTube channel? So as I mentioned earlier, Angie and I, we both have wanted to start a channel like a while back. I actually have had one channel before, and that was years ago. It's very interesting looking back now because that channel was all about makeup, shopping, clothes, fashion, things like that. Things I'm not really into anymore now. So I thought I'd start a new channel, and this channel will be about sort of things I believe in now and things that I'm into now. So I am plant-based. I have lots of different hobbies. I like to scrapbook, I like to bullet journal, I also enjoy silversmithing, I cook heaps, so maybe there'll be a little bit of everything in this channel. Oh, my partner and I, we also love hiking, so there'll be some of that in here too. Number 5, right? Yes. What's my channel going to be about? So I kind of already went through all that with you just now, but I thought of one more thing. Traveling. We love traveling. So once all this craziness settles down and we can travel again, there'll be content about traveling on this channel as well. Number 6, top 3 favorite channels. Well, this is hard. I probably should have thought about this beforehand. So as I mentioned before, I have all sorts of passions and hobbies and things like that. So I watch a huge array of different types of channels. It's probably really hard to pinpoint down, but I do enjoy watching BookTube. So let me see, give me a second. Alright, so the first channel I'm going to mention, which is a BookTube channel, is Jean Bookish Thoughts. So her channel is all about books, really, and I enjoy watching her channel a lot because I've learned so much from her. I have widened the types of books that I read because of her, And yeah, so definitely go have a look at her channel, especially if you've never really heard of booktube before. So that's number one. Two, I would say recently I found, what's her name? So Christina Lin. So she is a wildlife biologist, and recently I have been considering going back to uni to study a Bachelor of Environmental Science. And her channel is all about different types of environmental sciences and what her life is like as a wildlife biologist. So that's number two. And number three, I really don't know. There's so many different types of channels that I like to watch. But yes, actually I really enjoy Yoga with Adrian, so I'll just put that as my number three. Okay, now number seven, who inspired me? So like I mentioned before, my best friend Angie was the one that inspired me and gave me the push to actually make this YouTube channel. So yes, her channel name is SmileyTube. Like I mentioned as well before, I will link it down below. Now, next question, 3 things about me that you should know. Okay, so 3 things. I have once tried to put together a capsule wardrobe. I sort of still am keeping up with it, and I really enjoy living a little bit more minimalistically. And number two, I have a very loving fiance, and maybe one day he will join me on this channel, so that's number 2. Number 3, I have 3 fur babies. I've got Wally, the Springer Spaniel, who's sitting on me right now. Number 2 is Nemo, who is a tabby cat. And number 3, our recent rescue, her name is Ninja. She's also a cat. So next question, rewarding thing about YouTube. Similarly to what Angie said, I think it'd be really cool to just record down my thoughts, and maybe one day we'll watch back later to see at whatever time in my life, what the things that I might be into, the things that I might be doing, sort of like a memory keeping channel type thing. Last question, the hardest thing about YouTube. So I guess putting myself out there on the internet will be very difficult. I am someone who sort of worries about what people think about me, and I tend to overthink things. So this will be a challenge, and good practice for me to not worry about that kind of stuff too much. And that's it. So I might get Wally to say bye with me.